Okay, so I'm registering. Unfortunately, our book purchase didn't work on Amazon. They lost our book. So Josh placed another order here in the bookshop, so we got it. Thanks. Okay.
Yes, here we are.
Show
We
the
just
book.
got our copy.
Because
let's get it out.
yeah, in a place that you can. Excuse me.
And here it is.
Yes.
Our copy.
That one. Right? Like you wish it was blue, right? It may be blue inside.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we're gonna read that 4 or 5 as soon as we get home.
Yes.
We start reading.
Correct.
That's it. What we do?
We are getting ready to read Dan
Okay.
Brown, Secrets of Secrets. And I am the teacher and the reader.
Yes, he's reading, right? Today.
Yes.
You read. Let's see the beginning.
Should I read this prologue again or no?
Mm.
We'll read this prologue.
Read the title again. The Secrets.
The Secret of Secrets. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all previous centuries. And that was a quote by Nikola Tesla.
I'm making like reactions. I'll be more quiet.
Next page says fact. All artwork, artifacts, symbols, and documents in this novel are real. All experiments, technologies, and scientific results are true to life. All organizations in this novel exist.
Yeah, but I don't believe sometimes.
I'm
I
just
think it's
reading
too
what it says.
far-fetched. I'm just saying,
No,
right?
right.
Because his novels are always introduced by this. And the technology
I think all he's saying is he just didn't create fake organizations or stuff like that. I don't know.
Who's gonna know?
Well, right.
It's because there's
that's true.
some secret organizations.
Unless you can
And
do
he
research.
can't name them, so he fictionalizes. So it is fiction. Do you understand?
Right.
You can't just, the government would say, what is going on?
No, right. The prologue. I must
And I have to read like the student. I don't like the teacher persona.
Well, I must read from the bottom of my glasses
need the
because
glass?
they're bifocals. So unfortunately, I do gotta
No,
look
yeah,
like that.
do that.
So, I must have died, the woman thought. She was drifting high above the spires of the old city. Beneath her, the illuminated towers of St. Vitus Cathedral glowed on a sea of twinkling lights. With her eyes, if she still had eyes, she traced the gentle slope of Castle Hill down into the heart of the Bohemian capital. Following the labyrinth of winding streets that lay shrouded in a fresh blanket of snow. Prague. So they right away tell us they're talking about Prague.
Right, let me show here. Now I was enjoying your reading, right? Just reacting here on my world. You see the first thing you see already immediately, the eyes, the ST castle, had, HA, right? Half.
Do you see that stuff on this map?
stars.
Castle Hill and
Ah.
Bohemian capital. I'm just curious because there's things marked.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Someday we'll
no,
look.
someday we're gonna.
Yeah,
right
and the
now.
back, because the back has another
Oh,
part.
Yeah, probably sometimes in the middle he has drawings.
Right. Okay. Disoriented, she strained to make sense of her predicament. I am a neuroscientist, she reassured herself. I am a sound mind. That second statement, she decided, was questionable. The only thing Dr. Brigitte Gessner knew for certain at that moment was that she was suspended over her home city of Prague. Her body was not with her. She was without mass and without form. And yet the rest of her, the real her essence, her consciousness, seemed to be quite intact and alert, floating slowly through the air in the direction of the, how do you say this word, river? Vltava.
No, I can read here. Vltava
River.
I wouldn't say I'm accurate on the pronunciation there, but Vltava.
Right.
That's how
It's a river in Prague. That's all we know. Gessner could recall nothing from her recent past except a faint memory of physical pain, but her body now seemed to consist only of the atmosphere through which she was floating. The sensation was unlike anything she had ever experienced. Against her every intellectual instinct, Gessner could find only one explanation. I have died. This is the afterlife. Even as the notion materialized, she rejected it as absurd. The afterlife is a shared delusion, created to make our actual life bearable.
Bearable. I think she's an atheist.
I'm
right?
gathering.
But there is in the Lost Symbol, I don't know if you remember, that the guy is in a box. Maybe she's in a... It's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And she's alone, and there's the death, underlying narrative.
She just knows she's not with her body.
Yeah, it's like I'm afraid to know where she's... Go.
Right.
Same thing in everything. Robert Langdon, remember he was in a well?
Yes, as a child.
It's the same thing.
Yes,
the
correct.
same image there. In everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically everywhere. But I remember Silence of the Lambs. They also have these alone. Remember the girl is in a well.
Yes, correct.
At the point Clarice is in the dark. Like there's a lot of things like that.
As a physician, Gessner was intimately familiar with death, and also with its finality. In medical school, while dissecting human brains, Gessner came to understand that all those personal attributes that made us who we are, our hopes, fears, dreams, memories, are nothing but chemical compounds held in suspension by electrical charges in our brains. When a person died, the brain's power source was severed, and all those chemicals simply dissolved into a meaningless puddle of liquid, erasing every last trace of who that person had once been. When you die, full stop.
Look, the blue eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I. And
Yes.
the full stop. You have to have like an ST.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have to always do that? That's not
Correct.
by accident. But that's a lot. Before it's gonna see every page, several. Right? They will wonder if that's by accident, because at the point there will be accidents. Right?
No,
It'll be just a coincidence. But you know when it's deliberate. Right? Go on.
Now, however, as she drifted over the symmetrical gardens of Wallenstein Palace, she felt very much alive. She watched the snow falling around her, or through her, and oddly, she sensed no cold at all. It was as if her mind were simply hovering in space with all reason and logic intact. I have brain function, she told herself. So I must be alive. All Gessner could conclude was that she was now in the throes of what medical literature termed an OBE, out-of-body experience, a hallucination that occurred when critically injured patients were resuscitated after clinically dying.
It's easy to correct, isn't it? Not
No,
correct,
that's
but
okay.
to say, because
When you're reading some of these, no,
because
that's
you're
okay.
reading,
Yeah,
you think it's so many words.
I don't mind you.
I'd probably say you help me because I would say Wallenstein. That's what I would say. So you help me. You know.
No, right. It could be
Helps me.
Wallenstein.
Right.
OBEs almost always presented it in the same manner. The perception that one's mind had been temporarily separated from its physical body, floating upward and hovering without form. Despite feeling like real experiences, OBEs were nothing but imagined journeys, usually triggered by the effects of extreme stress and hypoxia
I think yes.
on the brain, sometimes in conjunction with emergency room anesthetics like ketamine. I am hallucinating these images, Gessner assured herself, gazing down at the dark curve of the...
Hey, just a second. We need to...
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that there's like a quote in the beginning and a reference to second page of... It is a coincidence when you think of, like, you make your own interactions.
Correct.
Because is he... I'm not even hypothesizing. That's not... It's just funny.
No, right.
It is funny. But a person could go and make a video and say, look.
No,
Reference,
right.
and then we see more references, we're going to be a bit more spooked up. But let's see so far.
I am hallucinating these images, Gessner assured herself, gazing down at the dark curve of the Vltava
I guess.
River, snaking.
No.
It's
No,
Vltava.
listen. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Vltava.
It's not Vltava. Right? I'm saying it completely wrong. So,
Vltava River snaking through the city. But if this is an OBE, then I must be in the process of dying. Surprised by her own calm, Gessner tried to remember what had happened to her.
okay, just a second. Maybe the V is pronounced as an O. I don't know.
I don't know.
Vltava. It makes... I would never just... Yeah.
I am a healthy 49-year-old woman. Why would I be dying? In a blinding flash, a frightening memory materialized in Gessner's consciousness. She now realized where her physical body was lying at this very instant, and even more terrifying, what was being done to her.
Do you want me to read a little?
If you want, go ahead.
Yeah. She was on her back, tightly strapped into a machine she herself had created. A monster stood over her. Look, what did I say about together and monster? So, she was on her back, tightly strapped together to a machine that she created herself. Together, and immediately the word you see, a monster stood over her. Right? Do you remember I said together? You can also see together as the monster.
Correct.
Two templates. They're one template, but that's kind of right there. One, you will construct it as a monster. You don't see a monster, but he named, right?
Right.
You just see her strapped to a machine. It's very interesting.
No, right.
The creature looked like some kind of primordial man who had crawled out of the earth. His face and hairless skull, were coated with a thick layer of filthy clay, cracked and fractured like the surface of the moon. Only his hate-filled eyes were visible behind his earthen mask. Crudely etched across his forehead were 3 letters in an ancient language. "Why are you doing this?" Gessner had screamed in panic. "Who are you? Who are you?"
What are you?
What are you? Yeah, thank you. "I am her protector," the monster replied. His voice was hollow, his accent vaguely Slavic. Is that Slavic? Slavic. You see, alien, right? That's the guy, just because the guy is alien, so the image and the accent, of course he has an accent, right? "She trusted you and you betrayed her." "Who?" Gessner demanded. The monsters, I didn't like this. The monster spoke a woman's name, and Gessner felt a stab of panic. How can he possibly know what I have done? An icy weight materialized in her arms, and Gessner realized the monster had started the process. An instant later, an unbearable pinpoint of pain blossomed in her left arm, spreading along her medial cubital vein, clawing its way sharply toward her shoulder. "Please stop," she gasped. I had to read the worst part, right? Okay. "Tell me everything," he demanded as the excruciating sensation reached her armpit. "I will," Gessner frantically agreed, and the monster paused the machine, halting the pain at her shoulder through the intense burning. Though the intense burning remained. I noticed that this word "though," "through," it seems difficult.
Hard,
Isn't it tricky?
Yeah.
It's tricky. Isn't it interesting how we learn things?
Yes.
Racked with terror. Thank you.
I know, because I have
no idea what racked is.
No, but you know why I knew that? Only because I just went to read ahead and I said racked. I'm like, wait, it can't be racked. And then I'm
it's
like,
not racked.
So, yeah.
Raked with terror. I don't know what raked is. Can you tell me?
Raked with terror would be like filled with terror, covered with terror.
Thank you. I probably met this expression before. Let's focus, sorry.
That's okay.
About Gessner spoke as quickly as she could through clenched teeth, frantically revealing the secrets she had vowed to keep. She answered her questions, divulging the disturbing truth about what she and her partners had created deep beneath the city of Prague. Ah, that's a secret there. Always subterranean images, right?
Mm-hmm.
The monster stared down at her from behind his thick clay mask. It's Jason Verhoeven's. His cold eyes flashing with compression and hatred. Do you want to finish now? I read enough.
Mm-hmm.
Is it page 8?
Yes.
Okay.
"You've built an underground house of horrors," he whispered. "You all deserve to die." Without hesitation, he turned the machine back on and headed for the door. "No!" She shrieked as the agony seized her anew, surging through her shoulder and into her chest. Please don't leave, this will kill me. Yes, he said over his shoulder, but death is not the end. I have died many times. With that, the monster evaporated, and Gessner was suddenly hovering again. She tried to shout an appeal for mercy, but her voice was muted by a deafening thunderclap as the sky above her seemed to open wide. She felt herself gripped by an unseen force, a kind of reverse gravity lifting her higher, dragging her upwards.
What's reverse gravity?
Floating.
Yeah, it's like
flying, I guess.
What is that thing, that famous music from?
Defying gravity.
Defying gravity.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. For years, Dr. Brigitte Gessner had derided her patients, claiming of returning from the brink of death. Now she found herself praying that she could join the ranks of those rare souls who had danced to the edge of oblivion, peered into the abyss, and somehow stepped back from the
precipice. Precipice, yes.
I can't die. I have to warn the others. But she knew it was too late. This life was over.
It was over. Do you know?
That was just the prologue.
Yes. No, just like, I know it's not. It's about reading the story. I don't even want to be analyzed or anything. It's not the point. But I need to say, I still would say, if I was reading, I still would say abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Why is like how many times we talk about it?
Well, what did I say?
How do you say that word?
Abyss? What did I say?
No, I would say abyss, I guess.
Oh,
do you
yeah.
understand? Yeah.
So, this is the character, just to review, this is the character that just died.
Oh.
Is going to be the character that Robert Landon is going to try to solve the murder. Because remember over here, he, it said, when a brutal murder catapults the trip into chaos.
Yes.
So that's going to be the brutal murder.
One thing. Point of deception. Do you remember what's the beginning? They get a guy. It's like they whisk a guy off the ground with a helicopter, and then they drop him off the helicopter. Drop the dogs and the man. That's the beginning. So they lift him too.
Okay.
The inferno that we just saw. The beginning is the guy going up a tower and he throws himself. Is there another one of his? The lost symbol. How does it start? Here's the thing. I don't remember how the lost symbol started.
Me neither.
Anyways, that's it. It was nice. Wasn't it nice?
Yes.
Did you like it? The experience?
Yes, I'm excited.
And it's good that we have it documented. Right? Because otherwise it would just be a moment that would pass.
Yes.
Do you like it? I thought you were going to the student character again. Like, what were you saying? Teacher, teacher.
Teacher, teacher, I declare. I see the teacher's underwear.
I was a bit concerned. Like, you know how I am from my appearance too. Which symbol is this?
The I or O?
No, it's not an I.
I don't know.
I don't know either. However, do you know where I learned this from?
Where?
From the lost symbol. I think he used that symbol.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
this one, the O here, means womb, I guess, the womb.
Oh.
Yes. I think if I'm wrong, if I publish this, right?
Correct.
Just correct. No, it means something else.
Right.
Of course I won't remember. What would this symbol here, the A in Dan Brown? It's more simulated, I think, with the pyramid, the eye. Don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. I would go with the pyramid, yes.
And you mentioned the R backwards.
Yes.
So you think, why is it backwards? don't know. It has a meaning. It's not just the symbol itself that, right? The design of means something more. And the keyhole feels like an R. Yes or no?
It did. Yes, it does. Correct.
Because it's half. So,
Did you know? This is just a little bit
go
about the author, but was amazed that his books are published in 56 languages around the world.
wow. Isn't that interesting?
And the just to give you an example of how good the author is. The author had 8 #1 best-selling novels, and he only wrote so many novels.
Yeah, I don't know if he works on the.
No, but still, that's good.
Right? But this one is the best series. That's the one that I am hooked. Right? As long as he releases any book, it'll be fine if we can read. Good things that he doesn't release it too often, so it gives you a chance to actually take your time reading and enjoy your experience reading. Now, just here's a thing that just thinking, right, about the experience of reading. I know sometimes you have to read fast. Yeah, everyone needs to read fast, right? Because it's for work. But reading as a, how do you say, for entertainment, for your own pleasure, it should be a thing that you digest, you experience it, right? You want to find the words. You want to know if the... Actually, here when he says that everything is truth, you want to know if they're real, or if, you know, you can dig into. That's why you have documentaries exploring, to give you more pleasure into learning. You know, you can learn about a certain place like Prague, right? What's the pronunciation of, it's not Vltava, right? I was the one, maybe it's Vltava. I don't know. So you dig into the pronunciation of that. We have probably Prague language. I don't know what's the language of Prague. I apologize. I had a housemate who came from Prague, and I don't remember much about that. All we know is that you know people who came from there, and you never probably talked about that, but you forget. Correct?
Correct. Here, I'm asking Google.
What?
VL.
Yeah, how do you pronounce this, Google?
VLT. VLTAVA.
I don't like this beer as much. I'm gonna get my usual.
That works 5 times faster than pills. Check out Rouge It Ready. This potent...
Vltava, Czech, Vltava.
Vltava. So,
Vltava, Czech, Vltava.
Czech. That's the language.
How to
right?
pronounce the river?
Vltava,
Vltava.
Czech.
Vltava River.
Vltava River.
No, but that's in their accent, I guess. That's in their Vltava River. In their language, in Czech.
Vltava River.
Vltava River. Right?
Vltava.
Vltava.
River.
It's because you don't see a vowel. The V.
Vltava River.
Vltava River.
Shut up. Vltava. It's you have a V sound and a U sound together.
No,
fused.
right.
Oh, together and fused into one. Vltava River. Maybe that's why it's Vltava. Maybe linguistically he kind of wanted to insert that. right? Because she's above it. You can see there's a monster that she creates. She was strapped to it. She talks about this monster who is actually a guy. I thought it
Correct.
was,
At first I thought it was an alien, but it is just a person with a mask.
I thought it was her and the machine together. It's a monster that she created. Remember, she said a monster that she created herself. She created the monster.
The machine.
No, I thought it was the machine, but the
monster.
monster. Then it turned out the monster was actually a person.
Person, yes.
Yeah, let me see.
Well, no, the person that was after her because he was the keeper. Here, I am her protector, the monster replied. His voice was hollowed in accents. He trusted.
Yeah, her protector.
She trusted you, and you betrayed her.
And who is she? I don't know. So what did you say? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Here's where the monster is, page 7.
A machine that she created.
Yes, correct. That's what I said.
And the monster stood over
her.
For me, it is associated. The monster is not really human.
No.
Especially because it says like I reincarnated or I was resuscitated, right? Several times. Immediately this beginning reminded me of, I haven't watched, right? Nosferatu, like he's a vampire of sorts.
Right.
What's this doing here? But this is not about a real monster, right? In Dan Brown's characters, you only have like these super evolved humans who turn out to be killers. That's he could come in the form of a ninja, like a super killer. There's a name for that. Assassins, remember?
Yes.
It's assassins. And this guy here, monster. That's it.
Okay, you ready for chapter 1?
And we have to pause. Right?
Okay.
Can you?
Ow.
Please? I don't know. Finish.